Hey guys, FloodBleach44 here, and I'm here to do a review on Section 8. It's about $7. And I'll tell you why it's still worth even a $60 price tag. If you're looking for an action-packed, well-made story sci-fi campaign, then don't look here because it's actually lackluster. Voice acting's terrible, dumb AI, and just uninspiring missions just really suck. It's really just a training program to get you into the multiplayer, show you the ropes of the game. It is rated T for teen, so yes, people who are under 17 or people who are 13 can play this. Okay, so story sucks. There's also instant action where you can play with bots, but you can upgrade the difficulty as well as 32-player multiplayer. Instant action and system link is only 16 though. I'm going to be playing some instant action for you. So these are all the maps. They deviate a lot from Battlefield 3, Battlefield overall, and Star Wars Battlefront. Let me go ahead and unmute the game. The music kind of sucks. It's just kind of there. From Battlefield, stuff like that. Balance mode, on easy, 16 players. There's a lot of variety in weapons. There's only about maybe 8 weapons in the game. And it adds very good variety to it. It's just that all the weapons sound the same even when you're playing on the other team. That's what was kind of unfortunate because the other team has different modeled weapons. I wish they could have just sounded different. You know, it's still kind of like having 2 of every gun, but you know, it still would have added a little bit more diversity. Now, let me explain to you why you're fighting. Basically, the Arm of Orion, which is the enemy team, is trying to destroy planets and stuff for unexplained reasons. There's absolutely no way that, you know, it doesn't really explain it that well. That's why the story kind of sucks. The Section 8 is basically a military term of crazy people in the military. And the reason you're called a Section 8 here is because you're the first recon Section 8 troops. You drop from orbit. Now, here's the way the game works. If you're playing as a Section 8, all the enemy, the Arm of Orion is already going to have these places set up. They are points where you cannot drop in or else the AA guns will kill you. So, your team has to take them out. Now, for your team, you can set up which team you want to play with, or in spectator mode. It tells you the map, tells you all the stuff, elements. DCMs are basically little missions that add diversity, which you can activate, and it tells you the reward. If you win, if you lose, it gives you the counter reward. So you can add a bomb to either plant it or disable the bomb. Intelligence, to either capture the intelligence or take the intelligence. Commando, where you can be a commando and someone has to try and kill you. Convoy, where you have to take out moving AI, I guess jeeps or whatever. They're like floating though, and you have to kill them. Outposts, where you have to defend or attack certain positions in offensive, or VIP, where you can be selected to be the VIP or you have to protect the VIP and the enemy team has to kill you. So, as you can see, I can drop in the top left corner base now because it's free. Now, these are all the guns. Whoops, sorry. These are all the guns. These are the Section 8 guys. These are the Arm of Orion guys. Yeah, so there's enough to keep you going back. The weapons look different. Whoops. The weapons look different. You could also name your classes. The weapons look different for each character. So I'm going to select my assault class. You can either squad spawn with one of your squad mates, or you can free spawn. I'm a free spawn. And this is how you drop from orbit. As you are dropping from orbit, you have a little white bar. Once it reaches orange, you can either keep going, or you can press brake and control where you're going to land. If you actually don't brake at all, nothing's going to happen, but you will go in a lot faster. The game has slight screen tearing and graphical bugs, but they're not that bad. The graphics, for the most part, the models look great. And the graphics have a lot of very smooth textures, but it's nice and simple, and it's good enough to keep the action flowing. Now, here's this cool thing about your suit. You have your shields, and then you have your actual health. Once you lose your actual health, you can't really heal yourself unless you have the engineer tool, which repairs you and your suit. So once your shield runs out. Now, you can select you can bring 2 gadgets with you. I have grenades and a knife. You can jump normally by tapping the left bumper. You can use your gadgets for the right bumper. If you hold the left bumper, you can use a small little jet burst thing to travel around a lot easier. Now here's a cool, you can aim down yourselves with the left. When there's a little circle around your little sight, it's like a little circle, you can lock onto enemies for a short amount of time to get a better read on them to kill them. You can change weapons with Y, reload with B. Circle is to change your stuff. A is to access like resupply places and stuff. You shoot with the right trigger. Now the sound in this game is really good. It's actually not that bad. Sometimes there are some sound sync issues, but for the most part, it's really good. You can crouch with the right stick, and this is how you sprint. You sprint kind of slowly, right? Well, after a few short seconds, you run into this burst mode where you can just sprint for the longest you want. Well, not for the longest you want, but for a very long time, and just get to killing. Now, there's a lot of variety in the map because it's got good mission structure. There's good places for close-range encounters, such as bases. There's good places for mid-range encounters, like what I was fighting right now, and then as well as long-range encounters for snipers and recon people. Now, overall, the multiplayer in this game is just really fun, and people still play it. There are turrets which you can fortify and repair, and basically, mostly all you have to do is just take over places until either one, the bases you take over, what do you call it? Earn enough 1,000 points, or you can just kill people until the meter is filled all the way to 1,000. So first team wins. The first team to reach 1,000 wins, basically. You also have these things here. These are all the gadgets for every single playstyle. You also have these things called passive modules, where you can basically use perks and stuff to fit your playstyle. So it adds a lot of diversity to the gameplay, and that's what I really liked about this game. It's very enjoyable, and it's definitely worth the $60 just for the instant action and the multiplayer. If you're bored and you want to shoot dumb AI, it's still pretty okay, but I would highly recommend... Oh, I killed him. Yeah, I killed him. I would highly recommend buying this game. So yeah, scale of 1 to 10, I give this game Section 8 an 8 out of 10. The only thing holding it back are some of the technical bugs and lackluster story and just very smooth textures. I wish this game had a lot of potential, and I wish this game had a lot of potential to have a really great story, because the concept was there, they just didn't execute it correctly, or they were just too lazy to. But if you're in it for multiplayer, I'd say it's definitely worth it. Now let me kill this enemy. Alright, thanks guys. Yeah.